Hello again and welcome back to another one. And today we have a couple of topics to cover. One from Eminem's daughter Hailey, who recently shared some updates on Baby M's gender, including Eminem's initial reaction when he found out that he was gonna be a grandpa. And speaking on a quote grandpa who no one ever wanted to see rapping, TMZ recently caught up with Benzino and he shared his thoughts on this news, and he continues to reach out to Eminem, and this sparked some hilarious reactions as users on social media are now quite familiar with Benzino's antics, and we'll expand on this in a moment. And we also have some chart updates this week for hip-hop that shows something needs to happen real quick for the genre, especially when it comes to its international appeal. It is certainly dwindling as we speak. And today we also have more that shows J. Cole's latest song Port Antonio has sparked a huge crapstorm, as it is not just hip-hop fans that this has split, but also rappers and former rappers, including rappers close to Kendrick Lamar like G Malone. And they've been going off on J. Cole for some of the lyrics on this song, as if you recall the segment when J. Cole rapped about how he could have won, but he didn't want to lose a bro, looks to be ground zero right now, and he's getting nuked from all angles. Even Joe Budden turned up the heat on J. Cole during a rant about this latest song. Suffice to say, things could get messy moving forward, as apparently we should expect Kendrick Lamar to take this new song as a diss song towards him. And before we get started, if you enjoy content like this, don't do us like J. Cole did to Kendrick. Don't pump fake. Follow through and smash that like button if you enjoyed this, and don't forget to subscribe for more. And starting out with the update from Eminem's daughter Hailey, we got to find out the gender of Baby M a few hours ago.
Let's do it.
If it's pink or blue, we'll tell what the baby is. 3, 2, 1. I hope that showed. It was blue.
It's a boy.
But there's more, as we got to find out that what we saw in the temporary music video turned out to be Eminem's legit reaction to the news caught on camera. Check out a snippet of how it happened from the Just a Little Shady podcast.
So first, we told my family, and I don't even know if you realize this, but we did it on the day of the first Lions game of the season, which ended up being Grandparents' Day. So what we decided to do was we got my dad a jersey that said Grandpa on the back, and it worked out perfectly. We were working on some stuff for the temporary video, and I used this as the perfect excuse since we were filming. I was like, oh wait, I have a gift. Let's get this on camera. So he was first concerned because he's like, well, I didn't get you a gift, and freaked out for a couple minutes. He's like, were we supposed to get each other gifts? I'm like, no. It's just for the football season. I was like, but record it and like maybe you can use it for the video. It was a good excuse to like have it on camera as a memory. And also it was a good excuse for Evan to like come watch what we were doing. So if you've seen the video, that was my dad's genuine reaction to finding out, because I ended up giving him the jersey. At first, he thought I was being like...
Yeah, at first, like when he looked at the grandpa part, it still didn't hit him until you pulled out the actual picture.
Yeah, he was like, are you trying to call me old? Like, why are you giving me this jersey that says grandpa? And then I pulled out the ultrasound picture and he was like, oh my God, wait, this is real. Like, this is happening.
And some are still going off about what is incoming. Imagine coming out the womb and finding out your grandfather is freaking Eminem. Crazy, to be honest, and this reminds me of a similar report that went viral when news hit the web that Kurt Cobain's daughter and Tony Hawk's son had welcomed their first child together, and this went viral. Imagine Kurt Cobain and Tony Hawk are both your grandfathers. You're like the Son Goku of white people. And in the United States this week, Eminem occupies 2 spots in the top 5 for hip-hop albums. The death of Slim Shady and Curtin Call rank in the top 5. And in the United Kingdom, just 3 hip-hop albums made the top 50 all genres charts this week. Curtin Call, The Death of Slim Shady, and Curtin Call 2. That's it. And the best of 50 Cent came close at number 51. And overall, overall, this is not a good look for new hip-hop music when it comes to international appeal, as just 5 years ago, the UK chart would have been filled with new hip-hop albums, and one has to wonder what's going on. And moving on, speaking on Grandpa Eminem, it seems like Benzino has been praying for decades for Eminem to become a grandpa before him. Check out a snippet from TMZ that goes, Benzino and Eminem were among the first participators of the diss track Throwing 2024 Rap Wars that saw Megan Thee Stallion versus Nicki Minaj, Kendrick Lamar versus Drake, and beyond. But Benzino says he's serious about burying the beef forever.
You're OG status. I seen you lent the olive branch to Eminem this year after you guys helped kick off the 2024 Rap Wars.
I just congratulated him.
Yeah.
Go on my page, Benzino is Legend, on my Instagram. I just felt like I had to congratulate. He's a new grandfather, and I had to congratulate him. You know, I'm glad you brought it up because at 59 years old, enough is enough. Like, come on, man. Like, listen, you know, I have 4 children, and 3 of them are able to have. I'm not a grandfather yet. The irony is that he did say nobody wanted to hear their grandpa rap.
On the diss song to you on Nail in
Nail
the
in the
Coffin.
Coffin. He did say that, and it's funny because after all these years, I'm saying, oh, man, wouldn't it be something if he was a grandfather before me? I swear I used to think that, and lo and behold, but you know, this is a moment of joy.
And you love to see it. Benzino will be back to talking crap next week. He's trying so hard to be friends with Eminem. He is now literally begging. What a douchebag. He's been trying to write off Eminem's career literally the entire time Eminem has been famous. He's been on that for better or worse. I'll be on that Eminem clout train. And to be fair, he's made quite the bag, according to reports doing interviews about Eminem, especially after he was mentioned on Doomsday Part 2. In fact, according to reports, he was calling up platforms asking for payment, and even back then from Kid L from Detroit, he got exposed.
It's simple. You will be able to blow this shit out the wall. Benzino Kid L interview after all this shit that happened this week in Detroit will be f***ing epic. Give me 1,000, Kid L, and I'm up in that bitch, man. Look. I'm in that motherfucker, and we got 2 hours, and we gonna talk about everything. We're going to talk about Eminem. We're going to talk about Smack Dog. We're going to talk about everything, everybody. Nigga, well, say what you want to do. I'm going to give you the exclusive shit that niggas don't got.
Come on, man. You think this shit is cool?
And moving on, the reception since J. Cole dropped Port Antonio has been rough for the rapper, as we got rappers and hip-hop media journalists all feeling some type of way about this in unison. And before we get to Kendrick's homie and rapper G Malone, who went off on J. Cole over this, including how he believes Kendrick will take this as a diss, we got to hear from Wayno, who spilled some tea about how J. Cole's associates gassed him up to get him in this situation in the first place. Check out a snippet.
But y'all Dreamville niggas, man, y'all gas Cole up. Cause listen, I was having sideline conversations with a lot of the homies, and a lot of my Dreamville homies was basically saying that Kendrick was, you know, that he's overrated and that what has he done? And I'm like, yo, are y'all serious? So all this camaraderie that y'all made it seem like with the TDE and Dreamville and how they was locked in and this, that, and the third, this is all fake. And it bugged me out because I couldn't believe that at the point that it's one thing to say, okay, Kendrick then says something, we gonna rap at him, but it's another thing for like the homies around, you know, that's around Cole to be saying shit like, yeah, man, like he ain't never, or he ain't this, or don't nobody listen to that. And I'm like, yo, y'all dead serious? So I always took that stance. And this is, when I said what I said, this was before J. Cole did his apology.
And this reaction blew up on X, hearing that Dreamville artists were crapping on Kendrick's artistry and impact is crazy. Dudes be mad fake, cause them TDE boys always showed love. This explains why Cole be looking conflicted, listening to his boys gas him to crap on Dot. Weak. Dot smart to keep his distance, although some have expressed, at this point I'm exhausted hearing all this they said ish regarding all these dudes, bro. Like, no offense, but why should I believe brief this guy on what Dreamville artists are saying, but we got to hear much more, this time from G Malone, who went into detail about how they feel about the track from J. Cole. He even claimed that Kendrick will feel the same way he does during the live stream from the No Ceilings podcast. Check out some snippets.
Hey, Glasses.
The song felt like him taking the high road and framed it like the battle was about clout being number one instead of the culture. And that's my problem. That's my problem, brother. That is not what happened. Nigga, you put out records and diss this nigga, and then you tried to put your hand back up like you didn't hit him.
Type shit.
That's the problem. If he would have never made any diss record, bro, if he would have never made any diss record, I wouldn't have anything to say. Yeah. I'll be like, man, J. Cole took the high road. I expect J. Cole to take the high road. That's his brand. But when you go low, like he went low, the first low thing is one thing to keep saying competitively, you want to compete. And then when people press you to compete, like this ain't the first time I heard. Like, I don't want to get into the stuff me and Dot talk about, but like there was a time when the Control verse came out and you felt some kind of way, bro, because you don't want to compete that way. So don't act like you do. Don't get on these records when you do, because when you started the competition and a young homie responded and got at you and let you know what time it was, you feel me? You didn't want to compete. Or I take that back. You did want to compete. You came out with 2 records. You came out with that 7-minute drill, which is mid. That shit is mid. And then you came out with that Pie song, which is fire, but it's also underhanded because you went and put his friend on a record. You wouldn't put Solo on the record, who has a new single out. Make sure y'all check that out. Even Soul fell away and dropped right away. I'm saying I'm the best because Soul's serious. Because if it get to it, you're going to have a problem messing with Soul.
A whole problem. He's
not going to play with you.
He's a whole problem. He's a whole problem.
Will Kendrick respond to that J. Cole song? Yes, but it won't be like he did probably for like that. He's not going to go. I doubt he goes all out, but trust me, J. Cole gonna know when he talking to him. And that's what I appreciate about the young boy. He ain't gonna play with it. Bob, how do you think Dot might perceive this Cole song? As a diss. As a diss. I know him because I know how I'm taking it. And one thing I can tell you, we take shit the same. He see it like I see it. We both know that's some old cornball ass shit. You did all this old punk ass shit and he let you go. And then you come back trying to pop it like you want. Nigga, you not like that, bro. You not like that. Don't try to put vinegar in your pen now, bro. You had a chance and you didn't want it. So don't try to come back and redirect the narrative and make us think that you some kind of, because you ain't that.
And while some users agree, facts, J. Cole pissed me off on that record when he said he wouldn't have lost, also claiming bots used narrative. However, just like the other user pointed out about hearing from third parties, another user expanded. That's homies really need to learn how to hold it down, man. As someone who likes to keep a low profile, I'd be tight if my peoples were making crap hot and vocalizing drama on my behalf when I'm at the crib cooling. But G Malone was sure as hell about how Kendrick feels about the new song, and Joe Budden took it up a notch and went nuclear on J. Cole for this latest song. Check out a snippet from the Joe Budden podcast.
What the f is he apologizing to Drake for? We don't know the behind the scenes shit that he might feel guilty for.
Valid question.
Okay, so you want to make that shit?
Man, then call it a bitch like it is. Sometimes you cheat behind your girl back, you make it up privately, and she wants the public display of, yo, tell them you did me wrong and we back, right? But get the fuck out of here with this shit.
And guess what, niggas? And guess what most niggas do?
What?
Go publicly.
Awesome. And now all of that dude, all of his bitches reserve the right to look at them different.
Fuck them.
Which is what J. Cole is
what Cole is saying.
Yeah, but that's my problem. What do you mean you finally free? That dismisses all accountability from the part that he has played.
That's true.
In the big 3 debacle.
I agree with that.
What do you mean you finally free, as if you never wanted parts of the big 3 conversation? That is a load of crap. And I'm not going to let you niggas just piss on me and tell me it's raining. Get the fuck out of here. Then go sit your ass over there with Sunshine Anderson and the rest of the people people that change their mind. Nigga.
Yes, nigga.
Don't pop back up and say, if I woulda, I coulda, but then I woulda lost. Nigga, no. Not over dead presidents. That's where I agree with Parks. You ever heard dead presidents? The nigga was holding his man's hand at the hospital bed, saying, I'm gonna kill them niggas for you. Get the fuck out of here with this soft shit. I hate this soft hip-hop shit. It's soft. Call it what it is. These hip-hop niggas is feeling like hoes out here. These niggas out here are hoes and bitches.
I was just about to agree with you.
These niggas are hoes having to cater to the feelings of niggas that they don't invite to Thanksgiving, to Christmas, to New Year's Eve.
You don't know that.
I'm talking for me. Y'all don't know it, nigga. Speak for y'all.
So you know.
Don't speak for me. I'm talking for me. These niggas ain't friends. None of them. The end. Y'all can think whatever y'all want. None of them are friends.
He wasn't willing to get into the fucking octagon and do it.
He
entered and turned back around.
And if we saw that in a UFC fight, we would laugh at the nigga. We laugh. Mm-hmm. We laugh at that. He ain't gonna get to come and repurpose some shit and reframe what the fuck we all was there for and forgot about. See, that's the other thing. This shit is a dead issue. It's moot. It's just not moot behind the scenes. You a bird. Call it what it is.
And some believe Joe's just mad because J. Cole doesn't hate Drake. Joe wants everyone to hate Drake. Joe's mad J. Cole not going along with the Kendrick line of "You did Cole dirty." J. Cole's whole point of the song was to say, y'all dudes was acting like some garden tools, and I don't want to be a part of that, but just know I'm really him. And as you'd expect, this sparked its own round of debates. And while some believe Joe Budden is not qualified to call anyone soft, others agree with his take on J. Cole. Another time where Joe is right, but since it is Joe, they'll start to deflect. Cole rapped very well, but no one gives a F about what you woulda, coulda, shoulda done, cause you got out that jam, put a sock in it, laughing my bum off. But over to you guys, share your thoughts below, thanks for watching, and see you on the next one.